Hi everyone, and welcome to the table for this week's table talk. Our scripture for this week comes from 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verses 11 through 13. Therefore, encourage one another and build up each other, as indeed you are doing. But we appeal to you, brothers and sisters, to respect those who labor among you, and those who have charge of you in the Lord and admonish you. Esteem them very highly in love because of their work. Be at peace among yourselves. I hope that this week you had time to read the article, My Heart, Christ Home, and consider your relationship with the Triune God. As we continue to look at Zion's core values this week, we're going to turn to the second paragraph that speaks about our core value concerning relationships. This is what the second paragraph on a relationship says. We value everyone as a child of God. We seek to honor and respect each other's differences, to build a diverse and inclusive faith community where the use of time and talents is encouraged to live out our baptismal identity as disciples of Jesus Christ. For me, what sticks out the most in this paragraph of our core values is that we value everyone as a child of God, and we seek to build a diverse and inclusive faith community. This part of our core values says that we are a community where all people are welcome and respected. We don't exclude or turn people away who come to participate in our community of faith. Rather, we welcome, we honor, and we respect. When we look at Jesus' ministry in the Gospels, we always see Jesus welcoming and meeting people right where they're at. For example, Jesus doesn't tell Zacchaeus, "Hey, I'll come to your house for dinner when you make things right with all of the people that you've stolen from." Rather, Jesus goes and he has dinner with Zacchaeus, loving Zacchaeus and showing Zacchaeus respect right where he's at. When others talk about the woman of ill repute who kneels at Jesus' feet and washes it with her hair, Jesus welcomes this act and shows her honor and respect and defends her against those who are speaking ill of her. In my own life, I know that I have experienced Jesus meeting me right where I'm at. Jesus meets me right in the middle of my messes. He welcomes me, honors me, loves me, and respects me just as I am. And you know what? Even though Jesus meets us right where we're at with no strings attached, every time we encounter Jesus, it results in us being changed. And we see that even in the stories of the gospel. Sometimes in churches, we see newcomers and immediately notice all of the places where they don't quite fit in or don't quite live up to Christian ideals. And when we see that, we sometimes fail to be welcoming and respectful. Instead, we give such people a hard time or a cold shoulder. We wait, maybe, for them to get their act together or to prove themselves as worthy of being part of our community. Though that happens sometimes in churches, Zion is a place where we proclaim that our core value is to value everyone. It is important to us as a community to respect others who may look or act different than us, to build community together, and to welcome others. Further, we want to meet people right where they're at, just like Jesus did, so that we can encourage one another to experience and encounter Christ and to grow as disciples of Jesus. This week, I encourage us to do two things as we think about our relationship with others. As we're gathered together in community this week at worship, or maybe even if you're gathered together for a meeting or some other activity at the church this week, the first thing I challenge us to do is to speak with someone that we don't know all that well in our congregation. It could be someone who ends up being a visitor to a worship service this week, or it could just be someone that we don't ordinarily talk to when we see them on Sunday morning. The second thing that I would challenge us to do is to encourage someone in the congregation. Thank someone for something that we see them doing or that we know that they do, or pay someone a compliment this week. Offer to pray with someone who you know could use an extra prayer, and just be an encouragement to one another so that we can practice this core value of honoring, respecting, and loving one another in our community of faith, where we're seeking to build each other up and to build a diverse and inclusive faith community. I look forward to seeing you next time as we gather around the table.